Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Morning Amritvani program. His Grace Kaustubha Krishna Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. His Grace Ram Kripa Prabhuji will be reading the Namamrita, followed by Srila Prabhupada quote, followed by Prabhupada Leela Amrit. Her Grace Sadhu Sevani Mataji will be reciting the slokas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandvat Pranam. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmaya Sri Guruve Namaha. His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. His Holiness Bhakti Ashraya Vaishnava Swami Maharaj ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vranda ki Jai. Namamrita, the nectar of the holy name. The Lord can be realized and worshipped through his transcendental sound representation. Narada Muni to Srila Vyasdeva. Thus, he is the actual seer who worships in the form of transcendental sound representation, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, who has no material form. Our present senses are all made of material elements, and therefore they are imperfect in realizing the transcendental form of Lord Vishnu. He is therefore worshipped by sound representation via transcendental method of chanting. Anything which is beyond the scope of experience by our imperfect senses can be realized fully by the sound representation. A person transmitting sound from a far distant place can be factually experienced. If this is materially possible, why not spiritually? This experience is not a vague, impersonal experience. It is actually an experience of the transcendental personality of Godhead, who possesses the pure form of eternity, bliss, and knowledge. The transcendental form of eternal bliss and knowledge can be experienced by our original spiritual senses, which can be revived by chanting the holy mantras or transcendental sound representation. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5.38. Srila Prabhupada quote, 23rd July. If you send a typewriter to heaven, it is to be worked as a typewriter. Either in this hell or heaven, typewriter will cut. Similarly, our position is servant. If you don't become servant of Krishna, then you become servant of your wife, your children, your relative, your country, your nation, and your dog. London, 23rd July 1973. Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita. Yet because Abhay had been raised as Vaishnava, he appreciated that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta was saying. Abhay had already concluded that this was certainly not just another questionable sadhu, and he perceived the truth in what Srila Prabhupada said. This sadhu was not concocting his own philosophy, and he wasn't simply proud or belligerent, even though he spoke in a way that kicked out practically every other philosophy. He was speaking the eternal teachings of the Vedic literature and the sages, and Abhay loved to hear it. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, speaking sometimes in English and sometimes in Bengali and sometimes quoting the Sanskrit verses of the Bhagavad Gita, spoke of Sri Krishna as the highest Vedic authority. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna had declared that a person should give up whatever duty he considers religious and surrender unto him. The personality of Godhead, Sarva Dharma Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Vraja, and Srimad Bhagavatam confirmed the same thing. Dharma Projita Kaitavo Trev Paramo Nirmas Nirmat Sharanam Satam. All other forms of religion are impure and should be thrown out, and only Bhagavad Dharma, performing one's duties to please the Supreme Lord, should remain. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta's representation was so cogent that anyone who accepted the Shastras would have to accept his conclusion. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Bhagavad Gita 11.4. Manyase yadi takchakyam maya drishtam iti prabho yogeshwar tato me tvam darshayatmanam avyayam. Translation. If you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all mystic power, then kindly show me that unlimited universal self. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.10.25. Tatha khed adrishtya girir nipitu sarvato disham gadha parigra nishrit nistrimsha mushala shashma varshina. Translation. And next, a great mountain was visible in the sky, and from all directions hailstones fell, along with lances, clubs, swords, iron budgeons, and great pieces of stones. Chaitanya Charitamrit, Madhya Leela 4.136. Shire Vridanta Tare Kahila Pujari Shuni Prema Vishta Haila Shri Madhava Puri. Translation. When the story about the pot of sweet rice was explained to him in detail, Sri Madhavendra Puri at once became absorbed in ecstatic love of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Ras Bihari ki jai, Shri Shri Lalita Sakhi Vishakha ki jai, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maiya ki jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Morning Japa program ki jai, Amritvani ki jai. In today's Amritvani, even though Vyasadeva had written all the Vedas, but still he was not fully satisfied what he had written. And then Narad Muni, who is the son of Lord Brahma and who had got the knowledge from Brahma himself, he comes to Vyasadeva and then tells him about the Supreme Lord, how he is in the sound vibration form. Omkar is the original which is applied to almost everyone. Like we say, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We say Om Namo Shivaya. We say Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. So Om is the transcendental form, sound form of the Lord, Supreme Lord. And also, since our body is made of 5 elements, that is fire, air, earth, akash, and water. So it's not possible for us to realize the actual formation of the Lord. So we can only realize because our soul is also eternal, a part of the Lord, can realize the Lord in the sound vibration form. And so therefore, if we keep on chanting the name of the Lord for pleasing him and do all the works to please the Lord, then we can also purify ourselves, and then we can realize that how the Lord is Satchit Ananda, that is, He is blissful, He is full of knowledge, and He is eternal. Hare Krishna. Next. Srila Prabhupada, he says he is comparing ourselves with the typewriter, as the typewriter, the work of the typewriter, whether he is in heaven or hell, he will be doing his same work of cut, 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 cut. Similarly, a person who is here, if he is not dedicated to the Lord Krishna, then he will be doing cut, cut with his, as a servant, with his wife, children, and relatives, and your country. So it's always better to be always in the a realization of the Lord Krishna and do every work to please Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna. Next. In this Lila Amrita today, after hearing Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur about the Krishna consciousness and the Supreme Lord Krishna, and about spreading his knowledge throughout the world, which cannot wait, even though we are a dependent country. Srila Prabhupada, he realized that this sadhu is quite different from the others which he had seen, who had been coming regularly in his house and were being entertained by his father. And he wanted to hear more and more from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And now Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is speaking to him about the quotations from Bhagavad Gita and also from Srimad Bhagavatam, that Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Virja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshasami Mashacha. Means you leave all other things, all our other duties, and just surrender to me and think of me, worship me, and then I will give you the moksha. So this is what has to be spread. This philosophy has to be spread all over the world so that the people will come to know. And then there is going to be a peace everywhere. Once everybody realizes that Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord and we are all his ansh, then the peace will be there throughout the world. Next. Now here in this case, in chapter number 10, our Lord had already told Arjuna that he is everywhere and whatever the cosmic is there has come out of him and it is within him. He is the sun, he is the moon, he is the earth, he is the mountains, everything. So now Arjun wanted to see his actual form. And of course, Lord Krishna, he thought it may not be possible for him to see my actual form. So he is giving him Divya Drishti so that he can see me. So it will be in the next shloka when actually the Lord is showing him the universal form, which contains almost everything, all the demigods, all the cosmics, entire thing within his mouth, and how all the people which are there collected to fight are being eaten away by the Lord himself. Next. Now here, Dhruv Maharaj, he was fighting with Yakshas, and the Yakshas, seeing being defeated, they started making different forms, like yogis do perform these things. Sometimes they disappear, sometimes they come out. And Dhruva Maharaj, he realized that there may be some trouble, so he did not go within the city of Yakshas and waited. And suddenly he found that again the mountain of all the armaments, that is swords, clubs, lances, etc., arms are coming towards him. Next. Haribol. Next. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhvendra Puri, he became so much absorbed in Krishna that the Lord himself has kept the prasad of kheer for him, which he had only just a desire to taste, and which he thought that it was an offense he has made, that whatever prasad is being offered to, bhoga is being offered to the Lord, and he wanted to taste. So he was sitting in the outside in the city, and then of course when the pujari, he brought that pot of rice and was shouting for Madhvendra Puri. Madhvendra Puri, he took that rice and then he offered his obeisances to Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,